NBA totals for Monday, December 5th. Don't forget to check out our NCAA segment as well. And don't forget to check out SBR. We got all the numbers, all the odds, sportsbook reviews, ton of articles, all sorts of good information there to check out, to help and assist in your handicapping and to enjoy sports just a little bit more. So go ahead and check out SBR. Also, Sportsbooks to Avoid is there at our website. So a lot of good information. And it's a great website. You got to check it out. All right, so we got 3 plays on our card today. This is our NBA total segment. Again, we got our NCAA segment. Yesterday, we were 3-0 in the NBA. That puts us at, at least we're at a winning record, which is good. Hopefully, we'll right the ship a little bit. NCAA has been going well, although yesterday wasn't very, very solid at all. But it's still a long season, so we're going to get going again. Let's look at some games here. All right, first one up, we got is Cleveland, Toronto, 217. Set by odds makers. I'm going to go under the total. And that actually looks too low. But I'm going to go under the total. I think Cleveland's going to step things up defensively. Cleveland's on a 3-game losing streak. In the last 3 games, they've played Milwaukee, the Clippers, and Chicago. They've given up 118, 113, 111. And I think they know if they're going to go back to the promised land, they've got to play better D. And I think they do it tonight against a team they know really well in Toronto. Toronto, they've been scoring at an amazing clip. But I think tonight things are going to be a little bit more controlled. Call it a hunch, if you will. Numbers-wise, this game should be 230. You got Cleveland averaging 110 points per game. You got Toronto averaging 110 points per game. They rank third, with 110.8. That ranks them third. Cleveland 110 point. Oh, right on 110. That ranks them fifth. So Toronto is scoring just a little bit more. They're both giving up points. Not a lot, though. Cleveland's allowing 104.7. That ranks them in the middle of the league. Toronto's allowing 102.1. Not bad at all. I think the key tonight is going to be, just their overall shooting percentages. The last game they played, they went crazy. But, Toronto's a good enough D, and I think Cleveland is as well. Toronto's allowing just 34.5% from distance. That's going to be crucial tonight against Cleveland, who can flat out light it up. The game is in Toronto, though. And then you got Toronto. They're shooting 48% from the floor. They're ranked second in the league. Man, they're playing good basketball. And they're on a 6-game winning streak. Yeah, six games. Cleveland, they're allowing just 45%. That ranks them in the middle of the league defensively. And the attempts, are not outlandish. You got Cleveland averaging 85.7 attempts per game. You got Toronto averaging 84.5. That's not a super fast pace, but they've been so efficient, especially Toronto. They've been really, really efficient. Right? Yeah, especially Toronto. They are percentage-wise, they're at 53.5% in their effective field goal percentage. And they rank third in shooting efficiency, also third in that effective field goal percentage. Cleveland, they rank fourth in both categories. They've both been really efficient. So, 217, that's a lot of points. They're going to really have to score tonight. I think they get after it on the defensive end, though, tonight. And I think we see something a little bit more reasonable than what we've seen from Toronto recently in their last 4 games, where they've been scoring at an unbelievable clip. Cleveland's going to step it up defensively. If they're going to lose, it's going to be 4 in a row. So I think they do that tonight. I'm going to back under that total. 217, a lot of points. I don't think they get there tonight. All right, next one up, we got Washington, Brooklyn. Now I'm going the other way. And really interesting trend here. Check this out. So it's 219. I'm going over that total with Brooklyn and Washington. Washington on the road this year has not gone over this total. They've been under this total every single game. Well, not including overtime, of course, that one game at Oklahoma City. But across the board in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games this year on the road, they've not been over this total. Not even really close to it. And now odds makers have it at 219. Well, it's because it's Brooklyn. Washington, I think, is going to break out. We look at them recently. They're scoring some points. They scored 105 in a loss at San Antonio. They went overtime, of course, with Oklahoma City, but I think they scored close to 110 points. They scored quite a bit. Other away game at Orlando, they scored 94. Another away game at Philadelphia, they scored 102. I think they're going to score 120 tonight against Brooklyn. Who will give that up? Brooklyn allows so much tempo. Let's look at some numbers a little bit closer here. And it doesn't make sense when you just look at the numbers. That's why I like the over. I think the odds makers have this right. Washington, 102.9 points per game. That ranks 20th in the league. Brooklyn, 105.3. That ranks 10th. That does not get us to 219. Defensively, though, we might get there. Got Washington allowing 105.8. That ranks also 20th. And then Brooklyn, because they're offensively, they're 20th. Then Brooklyn, they're allowing 114.2. That ranks last in the league. Then we got tempo. Brooklyn allows 91.1 attempts per game. That's the most in the NBA. I think Washington, who gets up over 87, is going to love the fact they're playing Brooklyn for the first time this year, and I think they're going to score a lot. Brooklyn, they've lost 2 in a row. The last game they won was overtime against the Clippers. I mean, they could score a little bit at home. They didn't in their last game versus Milwaukee, but Milwaukee plays better defense than Washington. I think they're going to get up and down tonight, so I'm going over that 219. That's a lot of points, but I think they're going to come out. They're probably going to score 60 or 70 in the first quarter. So I like over that total. A few other numbers here to go over, but I'm not going to bore you guys with it. Just I think at the end of the day, odds makers have that one set right. Okay. Next one up, we got a San Antonio versus Milwaukee. Really good matchup here. Really, I'm going to watch this game. That's going to be a good one. We got 206.5 set by odds makers. I'm going to go under the total because of Milwaukee, surprisingly, because they've been defensively awesome. Look at these numbers here. Right now, Milwaukee, if I would have told you not last year, if I would have told you, a few days ago, who's the better team, San Antonio or Milwaukee, statistically, of course, you'd want to say San Antonio. But if you've been watching any NBA basketball at all, you'd know it's Milwaukee. Right now, they rank first in the league in opponent shooting percentage and opponent three-point shooting percentage. That is shocking. Jason Kidd getting it done. Good for him. All right, San Antonio is averaging 103 points per game. Milwaukee's averaging 103.7. Milwaukee's giving up 101.8. They're still going at a pretty good clip, allowing. And San Antonio, although their percentages are they're worse than Milwaukee. They're allowing just 98.2 points per game. That ranks 4th in the NBA. And the reason that is happening is because they are controlling pace. They still go at a really nice, efficient rate, averaging just 80.4 attempts per game. That ranks 2nd to last in the NBA. But they shoot at 46.1%, which ranks 6th. But Milwaukee ranks 1st in the league, again, in defensive percentages. Also, Milwaukee, they're not shooting, completely lights out. I mean, from beyond the arc, they're shooting just 33.9%. That ranks in the bottom third of the league. San Antonio is a good defensive team, and they're allowing just 82.2 attempts per game. This game is at Milwaukee, but I don't think they get to 206.5. They're both going to have to shoot very efficiently, which they both shown the propensity to do. But I think the defenses step up tonight. I think they're going to have to. Milwaukee, it's just some really good points of contention. San Antonio, percentage-wise, the best three-point shooting team in the league. I know, go figure, Golden State, but they're shooting 40%. That ranks 1st from distance. Milwaukee, though, they rank 1st in the league, allowing just 31.2% from distance. So that's our point of contention. I think they stay under that 206.5, and what's going to be a really underrated game. Really good one to watch. So check that one out. But I'm going to go under. All right, here we go. Quick recap. We got Cleveland, Toronto. I'm going to go under the 217, a one that a lot of people will probably want to take the over. Be sure check out SPR, see where that line moves. Washington, Brooklyn over the 219. I think that one's just going to go absolutely bananas. I think they're going over 230. What the heck? And San Antonio, Milwaukee, a really underrated matchup under the 206.5. All right, those are our NBA plays for today on the totals. Be sure to check out our NCAA total segment, and be sure to check out SBR. All the good information is there, and I wish you guys the best of luck on your picks today.